What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Melovania Mallways, and today is the spring solstice, or as I like to call it, Metroidvania Monday. I've said it a few times, but I feel like there's no way to properly. The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy
is at peace.
You know what? I'll let them go off. I first battled the Metroids on planet what am I hearing? Did it just start raining super hard? Jeez, it sounded like crazy wind. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader, Mother Brain, to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. Just like so. This is what she did. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them, except for a larva, which after hatching, followed me like a confused child. The baby. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research. Station at Ceres so scientists could study its energy-producing qualities. Here you go, this is the larva. Oh, thank you, Samus. I was worried I'd never see one after we sent you to kill them all. The scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. It tells funny jokes. Who would have guessed? Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty to hunt. But I hardly understood what bounty hunting was because my father, Shigeru Miyamoto, failed to instruct me. It was when I was going beyond the asteroid belt that I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station was under attack. No! So, the big reason that... How do I say? I think part of why there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons why I am a stickler about Super and Symphony over Hollow Knight in terms of, like, my taste in Metroidvanias. It's kind of a take, I'll put out right there. I appreciate the Souls thing as a deviation. But I do take issue with the fact that the goat sauce, the all-timer that most people know from Metroidvanias is this series of Souls-likes, essentially. Metroidvanias for sure, but Metroidvanias that are distinct by bringing in Souls elements. Hollow Knight was my first one, you know? We could talk about what was sort of technically, maybe, possibly, kind of spiritually my first Metroidvania, but Hollow Knight... Momodora 4 was my first proper Metroidvania. Hollow Knight really made me a fan for life, though. And the reason I never thought I would get any deeper, around a year before they dropped me into the toxic vat of Metroidvanias and made me Melovania, the reason I thought I'd never get into them is the aesthetic. I just had no interest. I had no interest in the sci-fi horror, and I had no interest in the gothy stuff, but... coming back, you know, another year into all this. It's been many years since I started playing these games. It is funny. It is really funny how much both those things have just slowly weaseled their way into my life. Maybe I'll talk a lot about that tonight. I don't have any plans for what I want to talk about. I'm just kind of chatting, as they say. But, man, this intro, both these intros, I'll do Symphony after. Both these intros are just really something, you know. I didn't think anything about it back in 2021 when I played the first time, but the more games I play, the more art I consume, the more I'm just like, this is really something. I mean, some of the art I consumed in the last year was Alien, the movie Alien, and I loved it, so I have a couple more feelings about Metroid than I used to, right? But, it really is just cool. The baby Metroid, this is so special. But yeah, some would didn't remember I could go in here. I guess I can walk past, rather. It's not standable. Yeah, some people call this the spring solstice. I call it that weekend where Super Metroid came out on March 19th, and Symphony came out on March 20th, which is frankly fucking insane. And it's weird that I've never heard anybody talk about that. So one way or another, one of these days, or perhaps the shadow hour in between, has to be called Metroid Day, Metroidvania Day, right? Sorry, I'm pretty fried. My brain might not be all there. Holy shit! Ridley, did you kill those people? Why did you kill them? But then take a picture and send it to me for the title screen before you took the Metroid. Why wouldn't you take the Metroid and then kill them? Ah! How do we even dodge this shit? It's been so long since I fought you. Music's so nice. Emergency. Self-destruct sequence activated. Mother! Shit. Through the power of reincarnation, I'm already aware of my dash move and my wall jump, so perhaps I can use that to escape. Perhaps I'm allowed to escape because I've played this game before. Yeah, I've actually been sometimes I've been noodling on Super Metroid on my 3DS of all things. Funny enough, my 3DS and my PS Vita have become kind of my main handheld, so the Switch 2 is doing some good work on there. And I love to bring them. I'm gonna miss this when I move back to America one day. Is going to the city, going to Tokyo. It's so fun to have a handheld console for the train ride where you're not driving. You just have 2 hours to kind of go on the train. If you have a long train ride, and then when you're in the city, you have minutes to sit around and play when you are on the Planet Tevis. You're on the train, there. So I like to pop out my 3D. I love to spot past people. But Animal Crossing, Project Sekai suddenly, or Project Mirai, not Sekai. Project Mirai, as of lately, is one of my bangers. I play Kirby's Dream Land a lot. But lately, if I'm in the mood for something more quiet, I've been bumping out Super Metroid. And for a while there, I wasn't really that into Super. I kind of just like had the memories of when I was crazy obsessed with it. Then I let it go. I just wasn't really feeling it, but lately I've been more like, yeah. Yeah, but it's super. I mean, look at this. Just... This right here is one of my favorite things in any Metroidvania, standing in the rain. The rain effects and just everything about this is so important to me. It's, yeah. I don't know, man. The music, you know, if you've never played Super, the first time you come, it's very haunting as it is right now. And then later, there's some point where you come back after some upgrades, and then Samus's theme plays, and it's da 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 da, and you feel way more triumphant, and that I think is a really fun thing. You know, you feel so accomplished when that happens. Now I have done the trick where you can get over this early, but it is, I'm gonna be honest, love this game. I'm not a defender of the wall jump. Anytime I pick it up, it is frustrating. The wall jump is so hard to pull off. It's so finicky. Once you learn it, you feel like it's easy for like 10 minutes, and then it's hard again, I swear. Bam. Hold up, did I? Never mind. The audio balance may not have been perfect, but let me bring that down a bit. Yeah, I want to get like one of them. I want to get... Got it like this and then go off. I don't know. It's Metroidvania day. I'm not gonna stress. But oh, is this? Oh, Steam is giving me double inputs. My run is also my shoot right now through the Steam. We'll see if that gets annoying. The bugs have skittered away. They're not pleased by my presence. The music seems to be getting more haunting. Look at those little trilobite motherfuckers. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. I wouldn't mind like a soft breakable wall over here, you know? It's like laser breakable. Is anything laser breakable in this game? Maybe floor panels only. It's been a while. I used to replay this game, get to the water area, and then give up. Sometimes I would get Gravity Suit. I did a stream way back in the day where we got Spring Ball, and it was so freaking annoying to get it. We spent like an hour trying to get it. Something was way harder that time for me. And then I just kind of put the file down. I don't even know if I have it right now. This is much more frightening with the new colors. I am a big shooter for Metroid Dread. I do put it over Super, but Super is like an A tier game for me, top like 15 of all time. But Dread's like a top 10, easy top 10, if not higher, like top 7 or whatever, depending on the day. But I will say, just this game just has a special feel to it, the atmosphere. And I'm really, at this point, I've spent enough time dabbling with GBA-Troid. I would say I'm not really a big fan of GBA-Troid yet. I am at least used to the finickiness of these controls. I don't love getting into figuring out those controls, and I just don't think the atmosphere is the same. This game is just, yeah. It's a goodie. Look at the purple in the background there. This is good. That's the shit they built Tartarus out of. That's why I like Tartarus. Persona. Oh, it's so blue. But presumably, unlike the NES game, I haven't played enough of the NES game to remember, we have skulls now. It's super. We have skulls. Oh yeah, of course there's shootable breakable blocks. But are there hidden shootable breakable blocks? That's something I don't remember. And this morph ball little thingy, I feel like it's more simplistic. It's meant to look like the NES guy. Probably. Because you know what it looks like is... Da, 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 da. It looks like the ball you grab at the end of a fight in the NES Classicvanias. Surely this won't cause any problems. Bring out those shriek bats. I won't feel like I'm here unless I have shriek bats. Oh dear, the skulls are now pulsing with malice. Ha! That was easy. Samus, we're gonna need you to grab the missiles. Samus, think about the door! The door. If you shoot the door with your missiles, it'll open! Huh. I guess that's why they call it the missile door. Samus, if you shoot the missile door with 5 missiles... Samus, you finally... prepared the missile brigade. If you want to launch the missile brigade at an enemy, open the brigades menu and give it a satisfactory amount of skill points. I'll be here if you need me. The modern Zelda game meme videos are becoming like a fundamental part of my vocabulary. Okay, so this is... Now what? I've been teased. I can't stand up in here, but I made it really far. What if I did? I feel like you can do something here. Maybe it's spring ball. Oh well. That's the shit though. That right there, not to always be on my porch yelling about this, but that's the kind of thing that I wish they had more of in Hollow Knight. I wish more modern, like, Indievanias lean into the puzzle side of things, like Animal Well. I love having the world feel like it's a little toy and you gotta fuss with it. There's more to exploration than breakable walls and double jump ledges and doors that check your items. Having little puzzles like that make you curious about using your items and getting into crevices and stuff like that. Well, I want to get into more crevices. It's not all about breakable walls. I want to get into more crevices in my games. It's funny what does and doesn't stick from these games. Holy shit! The space pirates have arrived. Should I make a thumbnail for this video? Maybe I'd make like a birthday cake kind of thing, and I'll make it look like a Metroid birthday cake or a Metroidvania birthday cake. I have no idea how many years old these guys are, but then again, they always flash that release date. What is it, 1994? 1993? You'd think I would know. Nintendo, 1993 or whatever. Metroid. Metroid. There's too many games. That's a reference to the Narrow Metroidvania review series. A very foundational piece of text for my brain cells. There's too many games. Who has time to play them all? Well, now there's Nerl, through the magic of unemployment. Nerl's opinions are fast, wrong, and guaranteed not to carry the deadly virus. Goodness. Wait, that one right there is kind of given. I know there is a secret around here, but I forget where. Wouldn't it make sense if it was here? I guess not. You know what I played? I had a bit of a Metroidvania craving. I won't say what horrendous real-life tragedy inspired me to dig down and play some space alienation games, but such was my weekend last weekend. Hell, I won't even remember which terrible tragedy about trans rights it was in like a year or whatever when I'm watching this again. I won't even remember. It was March. They're doing all kinds of bills. Anyhow, I was in a pretty bad place. And I booted up Samus Returns, which I still haven't given a Metroidvania number. The next Metroidvania to get a number will be number 27 when I get to that. And I technically could give it to Samus Returns. It was, again, one of my first ones. It was like kind of, sort of my first Metroid game. I've dabbled with it so many times, but every time I pick it up, I put it down. I feel like I haven't connected with it since way back when. I think I don't quite have the connection. I don't have like a strong enough pulse on that game to give it a number. Zero Mission got a number, but Fusion hasn't. Prime hasn't. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright. I can now go here, and I couldn't. Oh, but I still can. This is one of those moments. Can I do off-screen damage? It matters. It matters. matters. It really matters whether you can do that in a game. Oh, the enemies are cute. The enemies are real cute in Super Metroid. Samus Returns. I mean, they're cute here, but very cute in that game. Which is definitely something I did not understand in 2021 when I first really got into it. My friend was like, oh, they're cute aliens. What are you talking about? The years go by. You grow wiser. More things that are crawly and have big eyes look cute to you. I guess it's bugs. One really sweet post I saw recently, or a comment on a YouTube video, was bug-type Pokemon. You know, they may seem very different from real-life bugs. They have big eyes, they're very stylized and fantastical. Someone said, bug Pokemon are just what normal bugs look like to people who love bugs. We notice, like, you know, their adorable eyes, their big eyes. We notice their, cute detail, their beautiful colors and patterns, their cool distinctive features, the shells, antennas. Like, Pokemon brings out the features in bugs that bug lovers love, you know? So it's like you're looking at a bug through the eyes of someone who loves them and appreciates them, and not someone who, just sees them as a crawly little flight or fight response vermin. They're pretty cool. I've always been kind of around bug people. I've never been a big bug person myself, but I have got the bug, so to speak, for Pokemon that look like Metroid enemies. I was going off about this, wasn't I? Or maybe it was Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight. I do love Hollow Knight. I've got a story after I opened up by being like, fuck Hollow Knight. I got a story about Hollow Knight. I was saying the Hollow Knight coded... Okay, Hollow Knight coded Pokemon are probably a bit stronger than Metroid coded Pokemon. Metroid coded Pokemon? I don't know. The Nidorans, they're small and spiky, but they're too mammalian to be a Metroid. Scorpy is always my go-to for like a little space critter. I love Scorpy. Vaporeon's okay. I'd like to see that line get an update. Scorpy's like, yeah, I like the little guy. What else am I thinking of? Dustox? Maybe Dustox could be a Metroid enemy. I love Dustox. Kind of like the face of my my mid-20s taste changes, I guess. Early 20s, wholesome, pancake colors, very nature, cute focused taste. Mid-20s was starting to get Metroid coded. Late 20s, we will see. What is the new Pokemon I've gotten into in my late 20s? I don't know. I feel like there aren't really many right now. I don't remember this phase. This phase seems a lot harder, man. Maybe I usually do the missiles faster. Sorry, bud. I play Mega Man now. Nice! Mega Man and Classic Vania being kind of frequent grinds for me. It's like a very low-key, more, less oppressive, less thinky way to dabble in the, some element of the robot and the gothic castle aesthetic of Metroidvanias. It's like I'm sipping non-moody, non-depressing Metroidvania soy milk alternatives when I play those. My appreciation for pew 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 is going up. My appreciation for castle is going up. It's not quite as, Oh, these really are special. I mean, Metroid Man. Why has nobody made a protagonist that feels as fun or as iconic to control as Samus? I love a lot of protagonists, but come on, man. This is genius. Who had this idea? Who had that idea? Sayaka, or what's her face? Sakuya Izayoi, throwing knives. She's iconic. I'm joking. I give no one else that status. Only Sakuya. No, I do love Sakuya though. Mostly as a Metroidvania protagonist. Oh, this room really has its own vibe, doesn't it? Oh my god. It's kind of gross. It's very distinct though. It's cool. Cascoon could be in a Metroid game. Pupitar. What am I even saying? An E-Tank. Oh, look at the details on the base of that E-Tank. It's very Very veiny, very Geigery. Anything with like tendrils is Geigery to me now. Look at tentacle porn and it's like, wow, the Geiger influence is really on full display here. Genius stuff, really. I mean, those tentacles are black. Those tentacles are black. That's eldritch horror. No, it's not just diddling her. It's not just diddling her. It's teaching her about Giger. It's Giger. Tendrils aren't even like a big part of Giger art. I'm gonna get made fun of. I'm new here. It's fucking nothing like the rest of the art I like. Let's have that Metroidvania blood at this point. Doing shit to me long term. I did know once I got these games in my bloodstream, like deep down in there, this is gonna do funny things to my taste going forward, and it has. It really has. Go from wholesome ooh Nintendo and anime and nothing else, to straight whatever the fuck this is. This is such a big departure back then. It's led to such different places. Are we in the plant zone? No way I'm doing the plant zone. Hit you with the like tension relief music and then I'm out of here. Oh, this is so cool though. I love this little guy right there. This is a great area. Every area is so good. Where is the save room though? Which one of these? I love the resource economy in Super 2. Maybe all Metroid. I love grinding stupid resources for like 10 seconds. This place is like my Luigi's mansion. It's my personal Luigi's mansion. And I know where everything is. Hello! I cannot believe I botched the audio balance so badly on the Metroid part. I'm so sorry. I just did not realize that was happening at all. It feels totally antithetical to go back and change that now. I don't know. Oh, my Steam. Hold up one sec. Okay, this should be fine. I just feel wrong. I feel like not quite in line with the vibe of this video to go and birthday. Fuck. It felt wrong to go back and redo the take. Just didn't seem as authentic. I don't know. What am I gonna? This doesn't feel right. Journey back to 1792. This feels even louder, man. Oh, sorry, royally fucking this up. You'd think I never recorded Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night before. Oh, that is so good. That is such a good intro. Did I get that? Did I appreciate that 5 years ago? Hell no. Final stage, Bloodlines. Richter Belmont. Go! I love Belmonts. Ah, man. I really tried to put my heart into that Castlevania ranking video. I hope people like that one. I really wanted to do something last year for Castlevania, and I had so much energy for it at the beginning of the year, and I lost all of it. I just lost all of my energy. Oh, this might be a randomizer. Yeah, it must be a randomizer, right? Not that I understand how my first area items even work in a rando. Yeah, no, I guess I lost my drive because I was too into it. Portrait of Ruin, so fun. And then, God, my classic Mania Fever, so fun. But then when it came time in the fall to put it all together, I just dropped the ball.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again
Given flesh.
I was called here
By
by
humans
who
who wish to pay me tribute. Tribute. You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. Perhaps the same could be said of all religions. Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you. What is a man? Psh, a miserable little pile of secrets. Man talk. How about you? This cutscene went from meme that I don't understand, don't even know what game it's from, to like a huge part of my life so quickly. Couldn't even process it. I didn't even have time for like, wow, now that meme is part of my life. It was just like, oh fuck, I guess yeah, that's that. Those memes are relatable now. In all my years, I've like never tried to juggle the subs this way, and now I've probably lost it. No! What do I have? Water? I don't want water right now, man. And I have learned how to deal with some of these moves. Like the ending of Super 4. You learn how to deal with these moves, man. I like Super 4 a lot more than I used to. It took a while, but it's alright. I haven't tried a full replay or anything, but I love the library. Love the fucking blood dungeon, chapter 8 or whatever. Chapter 9's alright, the bat droppings gold one. That's pretty cool. Pretty iconic. Fuck the fight against Slogra, though. I don't like Slogra. Ew. Man, Symphony of the Night Takarazuka. That video bombed and it broke my heart. I gotta be so real with you guys. Like, no, engagement doesn't matter that much when you're me, but like, what really sucks is I lost a lot of Castlevania fans during the fucking 100-line era is really what it is. I had some quasi-regulars who would come in, not that I don't love all you guys, especially on the Mallways, who come and watch all the time, but I had a couple quasi-regulars who would show up and comment, usually on Castlevania, totally came here for Castlevania, and they're all gone. They just, nothing, no matter what I post, none of them have come back. It sucks, it feels so bad. Victor! Felt like we were drowning in Castlevania after the big video in 2024, and then by the end of 2025 there was just almost no one left to appreciate it anymore. And maybe folks are still around, but if people don't comment, it just doesn't really, if you don't liking is nice. Liking is kind of nice, but if you don't comment, it's hard to even feel like anybody's watching, honestly. Comments are the lifeblood of this channel for me. I love comments. No! Bye-bye, Richter and Maria. Oh my god, Takarazuka, though. This was so fun. I hope it's still up, but if you look around, you should be able to find the Takarazuka with English subtitles, which is such a rarity. It is hard to find Takarazuka you can watch online. Maybe it's been taken down. I think it was Oomphy. I had like a Blue Sky Mutual who translated it all. I'm like, what the hell, Oomphy? What have you been up to? You've been new Honko Josu. It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest Shaft. However, one night 4 meager years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized out of the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont in Castlevania 3. Love that first line. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers and entered into what was supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now he is awake and aware of the evil again at work in his homeland. The time has come once again for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. Castlevania. That's a postcard. You could sell that at the gift shop. It's fucking awesome. Castlevania. Yeah, this is my least favorite of like all the all-time great Metroidvanias. Like if I consider If I consider Animal Well one of the all-time great Metroidvanias, we got Hollow Knight, Silksong is probably already one. I think I like Silksong better than this. I like this game. It's just being in that A- falling into B+ tier of my heart, like a top 30 or 35 type game. It feels like I'm constantly, you're like a gatekeeper. At that tier, you're like a gatekeeper of the top tier. And I'm constantly assessing, are you still a top tier favorite of mine? And lately Symphony is slipping, but, you know, I always talk about it. I'm always coming back to enjoy it more. Do I have that moon rod? The neutron bomb, while that will be helpful. Who closed that? Who's there? Honestly, one of my favorite pieces of Castlevania content ever is Video Game Donkey talking about Symphony of the Night. I think pretty much any time he talks about Symphony of the Night, he's like, too scary. I can't play that game, that's too scary. But that's funny, because it's like, you would never call this a horror game. Oh god, I used to have somebody who like hung around the channel and thought they were like my best friend. Tried to DM me and shit. I'm like, bro, like, get out of here. I don't know. He was all weird at boundaries. Not that DMing alone is weird, but he would repost shit that was just like, when you get your girl to talk freaky with you, talk about her special interest, and he DM me like, yo, what are you doing? It's like, hi, this is my public service. This is my public public facing customer service voice. You have found the inbox of Melovania. I'm not replying to that. It's just, people get weird at parasocial stuff. But he commented this stupid, like, super pretentious thing. Just another comment of his that I ignored. He was like, Castlevania is Pulp Fiction or whatever. Castlevania is Pulp Fiction. You couldn't even consider it dark fantasy. Now, the dark fantasy argument, that's real. I have looked into that. That is real. I get it. I think it's dark fantasy because it's fantasy with elements from horror. And you wouldn't call it horror, right? Like, it pulls from horror. It's got all the horror trappings, but it's not horror. Ah, other card.
What is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still
Befriending
befriending
mortals
I'll not ask you
to
return
join
to
our
side.
side.
But I demand you
Cease your attack.
I
I
will not.
You shall regret
Regret
those
those
words.
words.
We will
Meet again. Oh no, I already regret those words. Oh no, Alucard. Oh no, man. Oh no. But yeah, he was like, Castlevania is supremely unserious, and dark fantasy has to be grimdark. It's like, look, buddy. Even if Castlevania is a little corny, I think it's epic. I think it's cool. It's like not that serious, but it's it's that thing where it's like, the power of the darkness inside me beckons on this night to fulfill my family's blood quest or whatever. It's like it's not serious, but it's not like ironic. It's like, it's cheesy, right? It's cheesy. But like the cheesiness comes from the seriousness. I don't know. Either the seriousness is one thing, but being like, you can't call it dark fantasy. Well, what do I call it? It's vampire schlock. It's Pulp Fiction. What the fuck are you talking? Nobody says those words. Why would I ever call it that? It's schlocky, pulpy fiction. It's whatever. It's chillin'. It's a cheesy vampire house. I don't know. Anyhow, that was both pretentious and annoying and inaccurate in my opinion. Or, I mean, you can have your own opinion, but I disagree with that one. Not that I'm firmly set on my own opinion. It's darker fantasy. I am on the side of if you have vampires and ghouls and it's gothic, then that is a kind of darker fantasy, in my opinion. They got those tits out. This is the one. Whenever I think of this game, I think of this place. It's like Green Greens, but it's an alchemy laboratory. It is a good song. It is a good song. I have played the beginning of this game so many times because I keep playing. Oh, I guess maybe it's not a randomizer. What the heck what are those beginning items? I don't know, man. I used to be like, I don't have this game anywhere. I'm never gonna own it physically. And now I own a bunch of Sony consoles. So I got it digitally on my Vita, and I got it unlocked in the famous. I essentially have the Requiem collection because I'm playing those friggin' ROMs inside the Dracula X game now. And it's different, the version they have in Dracula X and presumably the Requiem collection or whatever, the Nocturne collection. It's different. He has a dive kick. Or not a dive kick. He has like a down air move. I like it. I think Maria's playable in that version, which I never knew existed. But yeah, I've played the beginning way too many times. Yeah, I have played the beginning of Symphony a million times. I've replayed to pretty deep into Super a good amount of times. I have not re-beaten either of these games since the first time, which is weird, because I feel like I enjoy the end game the most. You will not humiliate me on this night. In the name of my mother. Not too confident, but in the name of my mom, I'm gonna do my best, frankly. Damn, not here. So I did have a day where the thought crossed my mind of like, fuck Harry Potter. I have not engaged with Harry Potter in so long. That was like a nostalgic thing. Like I think like my dad and I, we had like a phase where we would go to his house. Like we watched a lot of Potter movies when they were like finishing up, the new ones coming out. It was not hard for me to cancel Harry Potter and cut it out of my life, and I will never go back. And honestly, when people bring it up, I get aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. If we can't cancel one mega corporation product thing to save so many different minorities that are hurt by that thing, especially ones that are currently being genocided, then we have no fucking power in this world as consumers. Like, we have to be able to cancel one damn media franchise as people, otherwise we have lost the power. If we have to just suckle on big mommy media and nostalgia, we are fucking helpless as a people. Anyhow, I did have the thought of like, because everybody talks about it in Japan. Japanese people love it, and it's whatever. But I was thinking, like, you know, what am I missing out on? Frankly, like, what am I missing out on? Because, you know, people love it so much. There's so much there. And one that I think it wasn't that I was thinking about Harry Potter. And I hate to taint the beauty of Metroidvania Monday with this talk, but the point is, I was playing this section, and it made me kind of remember like vague memories of like Hogwarts scenes. And I'm like, oh yeah, like a big, grand, magical castle. That's pretty appealing, actually. Because when I think about Castlevania, I think about the scary factor of the castle. But this beginning part of Symphony of the Night with this song, it feels really expansive. Like I think of like Netflixvania, Dracula's like scientific machinery. It just feels very grand and very just cool and magical. And I realized like this is kind of like my magical castle media. For a lot of people, it's probably Harry Potter. But I'm like, I gotta fuck with this. Like this is cool. I want more games that have that vibe. We as a people do not need to rely on Harry Potter for such thing. I would like one that's less scary. I would appreciate that in addition to all the scary castles. But this section is just so cool, and I don't know, it feels like you're flying. That's got a nice impact sound. Like those are some military throwing knives. I have been firmly on the weapon. It's like TikTok style YouTube, the weapon side of YouTube Shorts. Watching like Sellsword Arts, Blumenek, Bensei, those people, the Min-Max crew now. I was watching someone doing throwing knives, or like combat throwing knives, similar to them. Oh my god, that shit looks intense. Like he was throwing it like army style. It's like bam. Like I don't know. In video games, it's always one of the wimpier options. But looking at that object move from his hands into the target, it's like Jesus. Like flick of the wrist, right into your heart. Oh my god, that's so intense. That's so intense. It's so cool. So scary. We don't need guns. Knives are scary enough. This is a very political half of the video now. And so it shall be. So I didn't feel like the save room is usually that early before, but here's the axe. Bro, why can't I break the floor? Where's the breakable floor? Is that only on the PS Vita port of the game? Port, it's like a ROM. It's the PS1 one! Why are you not breaking? I swear it's the part with the the scientific instruments left out. This really is such a cool aesthetic. I mean, aside from just like the grandness of everything, the details. What is this? What is this style? I think of the Great Gatsby movie. I think of the live action Great Gatsby adaptation that I think I went on a high school field trip to watch because we were doing the Great Gatsby when it came out. Something about the line work, not the line work, the lines in the background. This right here. A lot of that kind of imagery in that movie. Let me into the lab. I am the prince of this castle, if my dad is a king to you. Is my dad a king to you? I don't think he should be, but here we go. Usually I'm fishing for randomizer food down here. I've had some good seeds, like the Sailor Moon seed, where I got the moonstone really early. Oh, life max up, that's what it is. I just took a sip of that. Man, these are full of malice too. What are we coming to here? Every face in these fucking Metroidvanias is full of red eyes of malice. What kind of impression, what are we teaching the children? What are we teaching the children here? Morally base video games. That's pretty cool. Is your figure less than Greek? Maybe. But this guy's got you covered. And your friends, too. Oh, I was close. Please, give me more puzzles, Castlevania. Please, and don't make them one-offs. Stay down. Nobody fucking move. We're in. I love that puzzle. Yes! And then I use this for the next 5 hours of the game. I think I genuinely do ride it at least till the cathedral. I used to hate the cathedral. I used to hate it. I used to hate that song. It didn't appeal to me. I felt stressed out, like I was in church or something. And it was so hard. I love that section now. It really feels like a classic Mania. And you know what? I love the song. Not only am I falling more in love with these songs, but it's the songs that I disliked the most. They've not got me back on track with the one that's just spooky basement cellar noises, but the harpsichord one. Wood carving Fatisha, I hated that song. I just didn't get it. It got under my skin. It almost gave me a sensory thing. A lot of this game gave me sensory stuff. I'm like, ugh, I don't get it. It's weird. But I love it. And this is kind of a Silksong spoiler, but a lot of that is some of my favorite stuff in Silksong. Not my actual favorite stuff in Silksong, but I'm finally saying good things about Silksong. Nature is healing. There is a part of Silksong that gives me wood carving Partisha vibes, and I fucking love it. It expanded my aesthetic appreciation so far. Oh, I love the part of Silksong. I do love Silksong. I do love Silksong. I'm just so... I'm in a weird place with it. Anyhow, I was talking about the music, and yeah, the weird, sad choir song in the cathedral is also really good. Oh, it's so good! And the Mega Aegislash We Never Got room was so good. Man, what were they doing with some of the Megas? I like that they gave, unpopular, unexpected Pokemon Megas, but, you gotta give us, I wanted, Mega Florges. I wanted Mega Heliolisk really bad. There were some popular Gen 6 Pokemon that got shafted, frankly. But yeah, cool room. Get the fuck out of here! Slagra! I'm gonna kill you before you end up in someone else's Castlevania 4 video game. I love the Belmonts. I love them. Yes. I'm hoping that Sonya's game this year is not a game keycard on Switch 2, if it gets a Switch 2 physical. Because I just saw Prince of Persia. Oh, whoops, sorry, I shanked them out unceremoniously. I have grinded that fight before. Admittedly, One time it was on my friggin' iPod or my Android, my touch screen, and it was so friggin' stupid using touch controls on this game. I didn't get my sub-weapons going, so I couldn't win. But I have had to work that fight if I don't use the Basiliard. Just shank everything. You know what? I'll leave you with this for the road. I will leave you with this for the road since you've been so good. This is like a legit thought. I can make a video on it, but I won't. I have really not figured out why I've been so burned out with Metroidvanias. I've kind of trying to accept, like, I may genuinely just have hit some kind of limit for now. Like, I may have just played 24 of them and loved them so much and just had my taste change a little bit for the moment. Maybe I just don't have that much passion for them right now. I do think there's an element of burnout because there's been an element of depression. Yeah, there's been a strong element of depression ever since this started, sadly. I keep them around, but I've mostly been engaging in a like aesthetic way, like a musical especially, you know, that kind of thing. I loved doing the Protag Palace video. That was fun. I was shocked when it didn't get any algorithm, though. That's like, if Melovania can't get algorithm for a Metroidvania video, then brrr, what am I going to get algorithm for? Like, just Castlevania? I get that the Vocaloid videos don't get algorithm, because I haven't had a successful one, but Metroidvania videos can't get algorithm? Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Whatever. We'll build it back up. Not important, but, yeah, you know, I still think about them all the time, and I'm still improving my appreciation of them. Still played like 50 hours of Silk Song. Still have more to go. But, yeah. However, you know, as I chew on things and I kind of process these games that really came into my life very quickly, I was talking before about dark sci-fi, darker fantasy, gothic fantasy. Let's just call it gothic when we can. I've been playing killing games. I've been wandering. I've been getting into things I never thought I would get into. I'm gonna go play Persona after this. Shit I never thought I would get into. As I look at my Darumi plushie here, hello Darumi, love you. There were so many reasons I played 100 Line. So many reasons. But going down that line, just staying in that place, it is shocking how similar the part of me that enjoys those games, those fucking Kodaka games, is to the Metroidvania part of me. And half of it is totally unrelated, but that feeling of the tension and the impossibility, but then solving your way through, that gritty, claustrophobic mystery, there's something there. There really is something there. You know, like I'm struggling lately with feeling burned out on my usual 2D games that used to be the center of my whole life. You know, there is still that feeling of, not every Metroidvania has to be dark, but the tension and the claustrophobia which slowly expands as you become stronger and you learn more and accidentally do dark metamorphosis. There is something there. And I think that is a large part of why I've been genuinely getting more into like Giger, space horror type stuff, and dark fantasy, like castle gothy stuff. The tension, the atmosphere. I love it, whether it's a killing game or Super Metroid. I didn't realize how much I love that. I really do. Like, cute things are great. I love cute things, but there is something else that I really enjoy, just being in a bad fucking situation and having to figure it out and having to be independent and strong through it. So playing Danganronpa of all things, I really have been kind of getting back to my like Melovania part of my brain. And of course, you know, Alien, right? Alien is kind of the ultimate one where, like, you know, of course, survival horror girlies always get first dibs, but just that movie really connected with me on a deep level. Like, there's a reason that was my first, like, totally out there, not at all video game related video, because that feeling in Alien, that's the Melovania feeling. So many things are the Melovania feeling, but that feeling, the impossible odds, the ending, you know, the ending is what I'm talking about. You know, being smart, using the items available to you, just the way that Ripley handles it, that's it. That's Metroid to me on so many levels. And seeing, you know, the end of a Danganronpa game or something where things are coming together, just exploring the whole school, solving the mysteries. putting your heads together. It's the weirdness of it all. I love those feelings. So that's been keeping me really interested. So actually, lately I've kind of been exploring a feeling that I've been calling Metroidvania Black. I never thought I'd say it actually. I thought it would just exist behind the scenes. I'm working on 3 videos right now. The first one was Lady Dracula, and there's gonna be 2 more that I wish I had going, but there's been so many production troubles lately, actually. There's a Shovel Knight video that's failed to come out. I'm really struggling with it. I really, really wanted to make it. I think that would have gotten an algorithm too, but haven't been able to get the B-roll for reasons. And anyhow, I have these 3 videos that I've been using to explore the Metroidvania Black feeling, where Metroidvania Black is just these things that I didn't think I'd fucking like that are now so important to me. The survival, Giger, alien space horror shit, and the dark fantasy shit, the dark, gritty, gothy fantasy shit. It's just so fun. It's fun having this place that feels so unfamiliar and weird and new to me, but also so important to me because of Castlevania and Metroid. You know, it will always be Castlevania and Metroid to me. The reason I'm frankly not the best person to talk to about like should the genre be renamed is I just love it being Castlevania and Metroid. Metroidvania means its own stuff, but when I think about it from the angle of Castlevania and Metroid, I do not mind. And it's been so fun getting into space horror, getting into weird claustrophobic sci-fi shit, just straight up Giger shit like Scorn. I'm excited to do Scorn. Wait, did I say the videos? I'm sorry, I have accepted that I have ADHD, finally, which is good for everybody. That was a really good kill. Scorn? Scorn is like an artsy, first-person survival horror game that is entirely Giger. Some people don't love it, but I've been really getting into it, and I'm not even a survival horror person, so I've got Getting a Pulse on Scorn. Once I play a little bit more Scorn, I love it. I've really, really been loving it. It's nothing like what I usually play, but again, it's that feeling, the weirdness, the weird survival, use your head, use your items kind of thing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So Scorn's gonna get a video, one of the nichest things I ever do. And I got invited. Somebody found my channel and he invited me to play the beta test of his, what the fuck is this? To play a beta test of his classic mania called Vlad Voyevod Dracula. He is a game creator from Transylvania, so I'm finally earning the Vania part of my name, which has come from so many places. He's from Transylvania. We only exchanged a few emails, but he gave me the Steam key. And I asked him about his inspirations, and he talked about how Vlad, the historical figure, is very important to the people in Transylvania, and he's been making these indie games to learn how to make games, very classic Vania style, that are about the actual Vlad Dracula Tepesh. And I am so mad that I haven't gotten this video out because I wanted to do better by him and find the timing, but once my initial plan didn't work out and it got delayed out of the Halloween season, I really was like, I need to just find the right moment to play Tiberius's game, and it's been tough to find the time. I'm close. I am very close to saying what I want to say about the game, but because he's a new creator, and this is my feedback for him, and he's going to keep making more games in this series with the feedback, I'm trying to do my best. But it's awesome. I loved making Lady Dracula too. I didn't even think I was going to make that video, but once I was sitting and dwelling on Metroidvania Black and Alien and the spooky castles and everything, I'm like, you know what? I kind of shat out my first impressions of Lady Dracula onto like a post-it note the first time. I didn't think I'd go back to it, but I'm like, what if I gave Lady Dracula one more try? And that was a fun night. That was a very fun night. I really liked that video. I was very proud of that video. Yeah, so Lady Dracula, new, upcoming, probably trans femme creator, gothy, classic Vania, Vlad Voyevod Tepesh, a beta I was invited to, and Scorn, which is a niche-ass indie survival horror HR Giger game. I'm really excited to get them out. I've been trying to explore new stuff, you know, obviously, but I really want to honor the roots of Metroidvania, you know? I don't even celebrate my channel's birthday. I just never think about it every year. For me, it's just like a vague March, April thing. But this is the first year I'm sitting down to celebrate Soten and Super Metroid. Feels good. Feels good. Shame about the audio quality on the first part, though. Hee. That could not have been more satisfying. Now I will be eaten by the mother lion. I love this game. I want to learn more secrets about this game. I want to sit down and play it with somebody. I should like stop replaying it on my own and force a Symphony of the Night hangout again. It was great having Muse play it. Quite liked that. This is a good part of the game, actually. It's so expansive. I don't even know where I'm headed. It's one of my least known parts of the map. It has a victory animation. I found a secret.